This used to be my favorite photo, but now I have a new one. And here's the story of how it came to be.
So we start this trip in Whistler, drive to Vancouver, fly to Ottawa.
And finally on to Nunavut.
This will be as far north as we've ever been.
This is serious bucket list adventure.
We're heading to Pengerton, a tiny community at the mouth of a fjord.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
One does not head up for northern adventures without some key essentials. But really, what matters to us is how we'll capture this trip.
Oh, wow.
Holy moly. Welcome to Pengerton, one of the most beautiful sceneries that you'll find in Canada.
Well, we're ready to head out on the land now.
Ready to go explore.
Our guide Joavi is going to be taking us to Ayuituk National Park, and we're going to go all the way to the furthest northest point we've ever been.
Let's go. I'm ready. We officially made it to the park.
It was a much smoother ride than I imagined it was going to be.
Yeah.
Every step we take is officially the furthest north that we've ever been.
All right, that deserves a giant high five. We did it.
I'm a little overwhelmed at the moment. I got goosebumps under all these layers, and it's a dream come true, truth be told. It's a dream come true.
This national park definitely holds one of Canada's most impressive landscapes. We're leaving to the community of Pengerton, heading to the capital of Nunavut, Iqaluit.
We're excited to discover one of the must-see cities of the north.
Today we had a random encounter and it was the most interesting one. We met Jack, who's a local here in Iqaluit, and he invited us over to his home and we had a great time.
I have lived in Iqaluit on and off since 1997, but I have traveled to every part of Nunavut.
Not only were we invited to his place, but we got to try local fare.
This is tuktuk, caribou, and this is Iqaluit, Arctic char.
And do you usually eat your meat raw here?
We have it in different ways. We either have it very fresh, frozen, dried in the summertime, or boiled.
Wonderful, I'm excited to try it. This is gonna be my first bite ever of raw caribou. It's just like a really, really tender meat. From all the wild game, which one's your favorite?
Well, caribou, again, is our mainstay, so you eat it the most.
So you have a problem in the community if you don't like caribou. The Arctic char is exquisite. He regaled us with stories of all the adventures from traveling all over the land. It's definitely an experience I'm never going to forget.
Me too. After tasting some traditional local food with Jack, we decided to try a local restaurant and are heading to Big Rags Barbecue.
I went over to Canadian North for 5 years, moved to Iqaluit in September '08, and opened this up. All of our equipment came in on the boat, but we get weekly orders by air for produce, meat, everything that's perishable.
These are the kind of ingredients you'll find in any regular doner, but you need to come here to try it with caribou. C'est super bon le caribou doner, honnêtement. Ça va me satisfaire pour la journée, c'est sûr.
Matt told us that there's a traditional outdoor activity that we couldn't miss near Iqaluit, so we dressed up warm and got going.
We're currently standing on Frobisher Bay, and we're about to head out dog sledding with Louis-Philippe from Inuk Pack.
I was guiding down south, that was my work. Moving to Nunavut, fell in love with the place and never left. Picking up the idea of running dogs was just the natural things to do, the cool things to do for a guide.
Cast your visions and bring them back to shore. Come on.
Once we were out on the land, a blizzard hit us, and then we really got to experience what Nunavut's all about.
It's not about the win or the losing. That's up to you. It's the choice you choose.
Oh, thank you.
No, thank you.
We got invited by Arctic Kingdom to meet up with the local artists and discover some of the traditional musical culture.
I've heard stories of throat singing almost going extinct with colonization and everything. It was banned. But I think today more people are interested in revitalizing it.
So how would one start learning to sing?
You basically jump right into it. This is the way I was taught. You just jumped into it and we started making the basic breathing sound. 1, 2, 3.
Hum, 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 hum. We like it. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah.
Someone's killing a cat in here.
Yeah. Is that right?
Before we made the trip, I imagined all these amazing landscape shots we'd come away with. We got lots of those. But it turns out that it's the pictures of all the people we met that really are the most memorable, the most beautiful. It's funny how it's called taking a photo. Looking back on it now, it wasn't about the taking,